Trojan Sports Now.
Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Amy Austin. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Athletics. After starting off the game with lots of momentum on their side, the Troy football team fell to the Duke Blue Devils. The Blue Devils came back to take the lead, and Troy was never able to answer those points. Coming out and scoring 2 touchdowns on their first 2 possessions, the Troy football team started the game with determination. But the Duke Blue Devils changed the momentum and defeated the Trojans 34-17.
I thought we competed pretty hard the most of the total game and had a chance. Had we been perfect, had we been a little more talented, had we been a little more experienced, had we been whatever, we tried. I thought we had better effort across the board, and you know, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, I just don't know when the tunnel's going to open up.
And while head coach Larry Blakeney said his team gave good effort, the penalties hurt Troy's possessions.
I think we had much better effort and continuity of 3-phase football, if that's the way to put it. We just had a few little penalties, and you know, we were doing pretty good penalty-wise, and then we got into had a little rash of them, and then we had a couple of turnovers, which hurt us.
While Brandon Silvers is still learning what to do in each game situation, Blakeney said the quarterback performed well throughout the game.
I thought Brandon played well. There was a couple of times I wished that he'd have done some things a little different, but just listening in to the critique on the headset. But if you're going to be a quarterback at this level, you're going to make some mistakes, and until you learn it, and even then you will have the opportunity to make mistakes.
And even though the team is ready to move to the next game, the competition is still tough in the week ahead.
We got Abilene Christian coming in here, and you know, everybody's going to say, well, that's an easy 1AA team. I saw them against Georgia State on TV, and they're not an easy 1AA team.
And while the team may be behind after starting the season with a losing record, the players have seen improvements along the way that gives each game more momentum. An 0-2 record is not how Troy wanted to start things out, but from week 1 to week 2, the players can tell that improvements have been made both individually and as a whole.
Team-wise, I see a lot of improvements. It seems like we're getting team chemistry built, and for myself, I could tell that I improved a little bit from week 1 to week 2, and them 2 losses, we just, as a team, we know that we shouldn't have lost them games, but I mean, them games is in the past, and everybody knows what we're capable of, so we're just trying to improve ourselves.
Head coach Larry Blakeney has been talking about his running backs getting north and south instead of east to west all season, and Jordan Chun said the running backs finally achieved that goal.
The most improved, I would say, you know, because I'm running back, the running session, because we got north and south, and we had a lot of explosive plays, and that's one thing we had worked on all week, was getting north and south. I think that was the most improved.
While momentum was a focus for the Trojans as they started against Duke, another focus for the rest of the season is to just keep improving.
We just got better. We really wanted to come out and put some points on the board early, and we just showed a lot of momentum early in the game, and we try to keep that up. You know, just keep every day. You just gotta get better at everything. You know, running, passing, you know, catching, breaking tackles. You know, just keep on getting better at everything.
And speaking of improvements, one Troy player that stood out in the Duke game was on defense. Junior college transfer Trey Hall was a standout against the Blue Devil offense. On the defensive side of the ball, one player stood out in particular in Saturday's game. Number 3 Trey Hall started as cornerback against Duke for his first start as a Trojan.
Well, I'm happy for Trey Hall. I'm happy for us that Trey Hall's here. When we evaluated him and after I met him and saw what kind of guy he is, you know, that made you pull for him a little bit, and he's done the rest with his ability, and you know, I do like Trey Hall and what he's done to this juncture.
Hall came to Troy after 2 years at a junior college, and when asked how he felt about starting, he said he had the intentions to all along.
In my mind, I always knew that I had the ability to come in and start and play. That's always been on like my goal. Any school I was gonna go to coming out of JUCO. To the team, I just hope that for the rest of the guys, like it shows them that it pushes them to be better player. You feel me? And just to contribute to the team, whichever way I could.
And fans may wonder if Hall's uncle, Snoop Dogg, will be making it to any games for his nephew this season.
If he can't come this season, he'll probably come next year
season?
for sure. Yeah. I'm not sure if he has a chance to watch because he's a very busy dude. Not many people like they think of him and he's old and stuff like that. They think he has nothing to do, but no, that's one of the hardest working dudes I've seen to this point in what he does. So I know he's busy like 24/7.
The football team has another home game this weekend where they will look to gain their first victory of the season. And the soccer team was on the road after a winning 3-game homestand, but continued the winning streak while playing Gardner-Webb. Troy defeated Gardner-Webb 1-0 after a close contest the entire game. In the 85th minute, junior Alyssa Jones scored the only point of the game and gave the Trojans the victory. Troy took 12 shots, 5 on goal, in comparison to Gardner-Webb's 3. Head coach Jason Hamilton feels that his team is learning from each performance.
We had some good opportunities early in the game, and I was one of those games where we were pretty comfortable the whole game. It was more of when someone gonna step up and win the game for us, and unfortunately it came later in the game than we would have liked to, and but got to give the girls credit for fighting on the road. Always a tough environment, so it was just one of those games that we kind of had to grind out and built character for us. So.
The 4-game winning streak and 4-game shutout streak for the Trojans tie the longest in the program's history. The volleyball team completed the Trojan Invitational on Friday by claiming the tournament title. Khadijah Torbert was there and has all the details of the victory.
The Troy volleyball team completed a perfect 3-0 weekend at its own Trojan Invitational and took the tournament title after wins over Alabama A&M and Jacksonville State on Friday at Trojan Arena. Junior Blair Winston was named tournament MVP and is grateful for the success her team displayed throughout this tournament.
I mean that we won, but I don't think we should have gone to 3 games, but I'm really proud because this whole weekend, this whole tournament, we've really tested our mental toughness, and I think our team has definitely overcome that, and I think it can only be endless opportunities for the rest of the season.
Head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick says, "We've battled playing 8 matches in 7 days. We build a schedule for a reason to test their limits and make them mentally strong, and they've really had a great week, and I couldn't be more proud of them." Tennille Wagner recorded 42 assists as she led the Trojans to their 3rd match with an attack percentage over .300 on the season. She said her first experience playing for the Trojan Invitational has been unbelievable, and it really tested the team and her mindset.
It was awesome. The first match, it was kind of like overwhelming being in the arena, but I mean, it's awesome, and I'm so proud of my team, and I'm happy to be here. I think we played well this game. We definitely played as a team. This whole tournament, we've been testing our mental toughness, and so I think this game showed that we can definitely come out on top, and our mental toughness is there.
Both Blair and Tennille knew how they wanted the outcome to be before the tournament started and strived and visualized the wins.
We all knew what we wanted the outcome of this game to be. We wanted to finish the tournament on top, and I think we all were on the same page, and we all just wanted the same goal. So overall, we all reached it. So that's basically what we all wanted.
I'm going on the court. I'm just focusing on what we work on in practice, which is mental toughness, and our coach Lizzie, she does a really good job of having us visualize before the game, and so I feel like I've already been here, so that's kind of what helps me.
Khadijah Torbert, Troy Trojan Vision Sports.
And after winning in their own arena, the Trojan volleyball team was on the road for a single game before competing in another tournament. Troy headed to Montgomery to take on Alabama State, and the Trojans swept the Hornets 3-0. Junior Blair Winston had a match-high 12 kills, followed by Maria Zelinovich with 11 and Kia Cheatham, who had 9. Troy is now 28-0 all-time against Alabama State. And although the team came away with the victory, head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick does not feel his team performed at their best.
Anytime you can go to someone else's gym and win 3-0, it's a good feeling. I don't think we played our best, but we did play well enough to win and to keep our streak going a little bit and to look forward into Friday's match.
This 8-1 record marks the best start for Troy's volleyball program while in Division I history. And the reigning Sun Belt Conference champions started their season in Bryan, Texas at the Memorial. The women's golf team finished the final day at the Memorial and improved from the first 2 days of the tournament. The Trojans shot 12 over 300 as a team, which marked their best round of the tournament. Senior Taylor McGraw carded a 2 under 70 for the Trojans. McGraw sank 6 birdies during her final round, 4 on the front 9. Troy finished in 9th with a score of 917, just below UTSA and TCU, who were tied for 7th. And head coach Bart Barnes knows his team still has improvements to make.
Obviously, this is our first week. We have some technical things that we want to work on, individually. We want to do some things a little bit more, more technically that they need to work on, some execution, but also there's some approach and some strategy, especially our mindset going into rounds and kind of recovering from rounds, and also being able to be patient and stay patient within your rounds just to get the most out of them.
The women will have a break before they compete at their next tournament on September 29th. And still to come on Trojan Sports Now, we'll have a preview of the Trojans football team's next home game against Abilene Christian. But first, Jonathan Sellers had the chance to sit down with head coach Jason Hamilton for this week's Trojan Profile. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.